So to make your triangle shells, you need to cut your cardboard into the size of strips you need. For me, I'm going to be using 12 inches by 4 inches. So here I have my 12 by 4 inch cardboard, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting out a little strip to each end of the cardboard pieces, all 3 pieces that I would have cut out. And I'm using a knife. You can use a box cutter. I tried that, but that was not working out for me. I guess it was as a result of the thickness of my cardboard. But you can use that if it works for you, but I'm going to use my knife. So I'm cutting the piece out here. You can choose to measure it to ensure that you have the same amount of cut out on each side for each one of your strips that you're going to use to make your shells. I left this in real time so you guys can see that it's not really that easy, even with the knife. I guess it's because of the thickness. Now, keep in mind, you're not cutting the piece off. You're cutting halfway into the cardboard. So you're basically halving out that section so that when you put your triangle together, it goes together and creates that seamless point that, you know, a triangle should have. So that's the reason we're cutting that out. As you can see, I am cutting and stripping that piece out halfway, and you're going to do this on the other side now. So I'm going to flip over the side and I'm going to So here I have my 3 pieces. I've already cut the little edging piece off, and now I'm going to be putting them together using some wood glue. So what you want to do is just put the wood glue into the grooves, a generous amount, but not too much, and you may want to put it on both sides that you're going to be putting together to ensure the best hold and faster adhesion. So here I am attaching the final piece. I did give the first set some time to dry before I do this, but now I'm going to put on both sides, all 3 sides left. I'm going to measure it up to ensure the triangle is straight and fitting well. So after gluing both sides, I am now putting the structure together, and I'm going to be putting it out to dry soon enough, just fitting it up together, ensuring everything is connecting well. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm going to get a piece of paper, and I'm cutting 3 strips measuring 12 inches by a ½ inch or so, a little less than ½ inch, and that I'm going to be using to face off my triangle structure to make it a little more neater, look a little more put together. So here I am just cutting it out. Of course, course you will cut yours as wide and as long as necessary according to the size of your shells. Okay, so now I'm measuring up the strips to the length of my triangle, and while I was cutting I also cut some thicker pieces to cover the vertices. And now I'm going to be applying some hot glue up there just to stabilize that piece of paper so that I can glue down the ends later in the video. So I'm applying that hot glue, and I'm applying it in a very generous amount. And now I'm going to place my piece of paper centerized over the joining of the cardboard edges, and I'm ensuring that it's laying flat and as smooth as possible before I trim the excess off, using the shape of the triangle to be my guide. So I'm cutting those extra pieces off. You want to be very gentle with this step and ensure that you continue to smooth your paper down as much as possible. So now I am ready to paste the sides down. So I'm using some regular paper paste to paste down the sides of the pasting paper, should we call it. And I'm applying that not generously at all, because you don't want it to get the paper wet and cause it to wrinkle much. So you put as little as you possibly can, just enough for the paper to hold down. And of course you do that on both sides. And I'm going to go ahead after this and do so to the other two vertices to ensure that they're covered, and I'm going to be smoothing them out as much as possible. So next I'm applying the paper glue to the thickness of the cardboard, getting ready to put on that little facing to make our project look a lot neater. So I'm applying the glue, and once again I'm not applying too much because you don't want the paper to become wrinkled and soggy. So you put as needed, nothing more, nothing less. So I'm coating that entire side, and then I'm going to get my strip and I'm putting my strip over that, and I'm going to smooth it down as much as possible, and I'm going to do so for the other sides, keeping it neat and tidy. So here's our triangle shelf after we would have finished adding all the edgings and trimmings, and I'm getting ready to spray. Now I'm spraying it using the Arbo Master Spray Paint in the color Aluminum 026. And I'm going in spraying the sides. here's the shelf after spray painting. I did leave it to dry. It really didn't take long to dry because the spray paint that I'm actually using is fast drying, so it took about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes. Anyhow, now I'm going to go in with actually designing the shelf using some silver round head thumbtacks. I'm going to go around the shelves putting that in. Now what I like to do is to start off by putting one at each end of the triangle, and once I'm done doing that, then I fill in the rest using the round head silver thumbtacks. Now to get this perfect, you can use a ruler to measure the distance in between each tack, or to mark before you actually place the tack. You can mark the area in which you want each tack to go to ensure that it will be equally spaced. Now in this video I did not do that. I just went in and placed my tack using my average. This is the end result of our triangular cardboard shelves. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, ensure you like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button so you guys will know when I upload. And stay tuned because lots more is coming. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.